Well, the Economic Freedom Fighters leader, Julius Malema, said yesterday at the party's Western Cape People's Assembly that they would not be voting with the ANC in Ekurhuleni. This comes after the ANC had tabled a motion of no confidence vote against Ekurhuleni Mayor Tania Campbell. Let's take a listen.
I don't doubt myself. They know where I stand. I know where they stand. Mzwandile Masina in Ekurhuleni is a friend of mine. The EFF doesn't want to vote for the ANC in Ekurhuleni. It will never happen. We will not vote for the ANC because CIC and Mzwandile are friends. We're not going to use those tools of analysis to determine how we vote in Ekurhuleni. We look at what is in the best interest of the EFF now. What is its strategic objective? And which tactics do we use to arrive at its strategic objective? That's voting for Mzwandile Masina and Ekurhuleni put the EFF in a better position to advance its strategic objective. If the question is no, it doesn't matter how Mzwandile Masina and Malema relate. It will not happen.
Well, the ANC has so far received the support of COPE. However, the multi-party coalition has called the ruling party's actions spiteful and an attempt to regain access to funds. For more on this, we speak to political analyst Dr. Zamo Mbandlwa. Dr. Mbandlwa, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us on our platform this morning. Up until at least 2 days ago, the EFF was still undecided on the way forward when it comes to the courting that it was receiving from the ANC with regards to toppling the DA's leadership in Ekurhuleni. Now we have an outright directive from the party's leader. What's your assessment of this recent development?
Good morning. Thank you very much for the invitation and good morning to the viewers at home. The coalition government are actually not what the community want to see, because before political parties or different stakeholders in the government, in councils, agree on a coalition government, there are so many background discussions that takes place. When they go out in media platforms and pronounce their position, it's just the final stage. Now, if they disagree on a particular issues, particularly in the main issues of positions, issues of what will they receive in return, and then if they don't agree on that, then they can go out on media and say the people are not supporting a particular coalition. Now, if you look at what has happened in Ekurhuleni, those who are opposing the current leadership or the current mayor, they are saying the mayor have not been able to deliver services to the people, and the mayor has been categorizing public service delivery on the basis of race. Now you wonder if that could be a sufficient reason, because decisions in the council are not taken by one individual, they are not taken by a mayor. It's a collective decision whereby a council have to decide what needs to be done in a municipality. Now again, if it doesn't matter who is actually the mayor, who is a mayor or a speaker, but it's a council decision, not a mayor's decision, not a speaker's decision. Now you wonder if really what they pronounce to represent is the reality on the ground, or they just want to have power and take decisions in the municipality. Now, back to what you have asked me about the pronouncement made by the CIC of the EFF. You can tell that they had a discussion before, because people have been waiting to hear what is the position of the EFF in relation to the recalling of the mayor of Ekurhuleni. Now, there has been a lot of discussions that have taken place before the pronouncement. And clearly, it shows that the EFF and the ANC did not agree on a number of issues, and as a result, the EFF is not supporting the ANC. But I doubt the discussions are based on the public service delivery. Discussions are based on positions, on deployments in the municipality.
Indeed, Dr. Mbandlwa. In fact, to add to what you've just said, we know that a marriage between the ANC and the EFF in Ekurhuleni would have at least secured that coalition about 127 councillors. So that's 127 votes, which would lead to a significant majority in council. Not only would that have been able to oust Tania Campbell from council, it also would have been able to allow the ANC to announce their preferred candidate to replace her. So it does seem that at the center of this is a power-grabbing squabble. How should the residents of Ekurhuleni make sense of these developments, given the fact that, you know, their will was pretty much expressed, their voice was pretty much expressed in last year's local government elections. They have no confidence in the African National Congress to lead that metro. And yet we see these kinds of developments happening in these coalition governments. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, thank you very much. You see, the point that you are raising now is very pertinent. You know, the major problem in the country at large, I think we have a leadership crisis, because currently the people have made a decision in various municipalities not to vote for one political party to lead in different municipalities. Now, the coalition government are actually now saying, you did not vote for this political party, but this political party now is leading you in the municipality, but you as a community did not prefer this political party. Now, I think those who want to lead through the back door tactics, who want to convince people in the council to vote for them, particularly at Ekurhuleni, whereby ANC was in the leadership, was in leadership for quite some time, and then only after the local government elections, after last year, then there is a coalition government. Now, if they say the public service delivery is racialized, why, when they were in leadership, did not prioritize those who think they have been subjected to racial lines by the current leadership? And again, what becomes more problematic is, I think politicians, particularly in various municipalities, particularly in Ekurhuleni, they are not prioritizing the needs or the services that they need to offer for the people. They are fighting over power, and it's very transparent now, because leaders are fighting for position. Nobody is talking about the public service delivery. They only talk about public service delivery if it's going to suit them or their needs. Then they use the public service delivery card so that they will gain a support from the people. And I think people on the ground are fed up. They know that politicians cannot be trusted, because they make a lot of promises before the elections, but immediately after the elections, they are nowhere to be found. And that is why you did not have one political party that won elections in many municipalities, such as Ekurhuleni, because people are now fed up. They are saying, we have been voting for the past 25 years, but nothing has changed. Our lives remains the same, regardless of our voting. So
right.
we are tired.
Well, Dr. Mbandlwa, with the EFF out as a potential bedfellow for the ANC, what other options do they have? We know that they've already received some sort of backing from the Congress of the People, that is COPE. Action SA has said that they are open to being courted by the ANC. They no longer have that hard stance on not wanting to negotiate with the African National Congress. But what other options are left to the ANC at this point?
I think the ANC itself is fully aware that it's not going to be an easy road for them to take leadership in Ekurhuleni municipality, because not being supported by major political parties in Ekurhuleni that have sufficient numbers for them to support the ANC, I think the ANC itself is aware that it's not going to be easy. In fact, the motion on the 26th that will take place for the motion of no confidence that will take place on the 26th might not be in favor of the ANC. But I think they are fully aware that they need to start somewhere if they want to win Ekurhuleni again and take leadership positions and take mayorship in Ekurhuleni. But I think at this point it's highly not possible. But you cannot actually make decisions or take decisions at this point, because if you look at the discussions that have taken place, you know, politicians, as I've already alluded earlier, they cannot be trusted. They say something today, they say something tomorrow. You'll be surprised that once they get what they want, particularly the EFF, once they get what they want, they will change a tune tomorrow. They will say, no, we are supporting the ANC. They will actually give reasons why they support the ANC in Ekurhuleni. So at this point, we cannot, be sure of what will happen. But without the support of EFF, I don't see the ANC taking over.
Indeed, politicians are not above changing their minds. So thank you so much. That's a political analyst, Dr. Zamo Mbandlwa, helping us to unpack developments out in Ekurhuleni this morning. Well, Buhle Madulini is up next, giving you the latest in sporting news and updates.